For the third time in history, Alabama was coming to Auburn. The emotions of Auburn people on this day spilled over at Tiger Walk. This 10-minute walk from Sewell Hall to Jordan-Hare Stadium just might have provided these young men that final intangible edge that they would carry with them to victory against their fiercest rival.
It was December 2nd, 1989. Auburn ruined Alabama's hopes for a national championship, upsetting the Crimson Tide 30-20 in one of the most electrifying of atmospheres imaginable. That was the first time. Bama came to Auburn again on November 20th, 1993. The Tigers, through the help of a miracle touchdown pass from an untested quarterback, wrapped up a perfect season. That was the second time. Today marks the third Tide visit to Jordan-Hare Stadium. No championship hangs in the balance. There is no SEC title game awaiting the victor. But who needs that? This is, after all, Auburn versus Alabama, the biggest rivalry of them all. Titles don't mean a thing. Bragging rights are what really matter.
It wasn't a game to decide the SEC championship, or who would have a chance at a national title, or an undefeated season. But it was Auburn versus Alabama, and that was more than enough. The state championship was at stake, and the game was being played on Auburn's home turf. Authentic home turf. This day could not have been more perfect for football. Fans had all day to prepare, and they too were ready.
Crowd is on its feet. It's a magnetic and magic atmosphere. Gentle, a 5-yard approach, and he kicks a ball that's going to be caught by one of the up men at the 25 over the 30, and out to the 34-yard line is Patrick Hape.
The first two series of the game were a feeling out process for both teams. But the first blood had been spilled, and the battle was ready to begin in earnest. With 10:31 left in the first quarter, it was the Tiger defense that came up with the first big play of the game.
Quick snap, Alabama's going to run the end around, take the end around to Todrick Malone, and running the football is Riddle, and he fumbles down inside the Auburn 30, and the Tigers have it. They fake the end around to Todrick Malone running to the far side. They gave it up the middle to Dennis Riddle. He rambled for long yardage, was all the way down inside the Auburn 40.
With the first down on his own 27, Patrick Nix went right to work.
Alabama showing they might blitz. Out of the I set. Here's a play fake to the tailback. Nix throwing over the middle. Pass is too high, too long, and that's interference. Tight end Andy Fuller, the intended receiver.
Despite the penalty, the intensity of the Crimson Tide's league-leading defense was obvious. But Coach Bowden and the Tigers were not intimidated.
Nix from the shotgun. Alabama blitzing. Here's a shovel pass to Harold Morrow with a flag on the play. 45-40, more than 35, more than 30, more than the 29-28-yard line. A flag is down, though. Fernando Bryant made the stop, and the flag went down right along the line of scrimmage. Let's see if they get Auburn or Alabama. A gain of 22 yards on the little shovel pass to Harold Morrow, and apparently the Crimson Tide will be penalized here.
2 plays later, Nix crossed up the Tide again.
From the I set, the fake the pitch to Davis, and he rolls out. He's got a man wide open. It's Davis at the 20. He's at the 15, the 10, down the far sideline to the 5. He is gone. Touchdown, Auburn! 29 yards, and it scared me to death because I didn't think Davis was expecting the pass.
Well, he wasn't expecting the pass, but Patrick Nix, give all the credit in the world to him, Jim, because on that play, it was a play-action pass. Patrick Nix was dropping back. He was under intense pressure from the Alabama defense. instead of being sacked or throwing the ball away, he took a chance, did a pump fake. He bought himself some time as he rolled to his right, and then Stephen Davis popped wide open down the right sideline.
Auburn led 7-0 on a 5-play, 73-yard drive and had proved to everyone that they could enjoy some success against Bama's defense. But the euphoria of Auburn fans was quickly cut short. In 2 plays, Alabama had evened the score.
Here's a give. Fake up the middle, and he's going to throw downfield. It is caught at the 15 to the 10, and it's going to be a touchdown for Todrick Malone. Well, just like that, Alabama answers the Auburn score with one of its own. And
the Tigers quickly got back to work. After an initial first down, Patrick Nix went to the air.
Nix taking the deep snap, pump fakes, rolls to his right, got some open field, going to throw on the run. Pass is caught inside the Bama 45 at the 42-yard line by Karsten Bailey, the true freshman. Nix in the shotgun, throwing down the middle, wide open receiver, 25 to the 20, and spilled at the 17-yard line is Eric Lowe, the true freshman.
It was apparent that Patrick Nix, in his last game for Auburn, was giving everything he had.
Nix in the shotgun, going to take it up the middle, avoiding the rush, 15-10, Nix to the 4 or 5-yard line.
With the short yardage offense in the game, it was just a matter of time until the Tigers struck pay dirt.
Short yardage set. Craig on the quarterback sneak, going to take it up behind Shannon Robique and in. Touchdown, Auburn! Damian Craig. Good block thrown by center Shannon Robique. And the Pritchard sophomore just sneaks it into the end zone.
Once again, the Tigers led by 7, but the first quarter fireworks were not over yet.
Well, there goes Todrick Malone, and he takes the pitch on the end around, looking, breaking a tackle, got outside, 45-50, he's in a foot race, and he's going to go. They're not going to catch him. He's at the 20, 10, gone. Touchdown. Goodness sakes alive.
Like lightning, the Crimson Tide had struck again. At the end of the quarter, the score was tied at 14. The question was, could the young Auburn defense come together in the last 45 minutes of this game? Give Auburn a chance for victory. On the Tigers' first possession of the second quarter, Stephen Davis once again got the ball moving. Auburn mixed the run and the pass, moving into Alabama territory.
Nix loading up the shotgun again, in trouble. Rolls to his right, looks, needs a receiver, drops it up. Wide open man at the 35, to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, and down this near sideline and out of bounds at the 17-yard line is Eric Lowe. Nix again buying time, avoiding the sack, and running upfield and dumping it over the outstretched arms of a defender to a wide open Eric Lowe, good for 31 yards.
Patrick Nix was making all the right moves.
Here's Nix on a first down. Fake the toss sweep, roll out. Going to set up a screen. Pass is caught by Fuller at the 10. Does a pirouette to the 5. Rolls into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! 17 yards to Andy Fuller from Patrick Nix.
Andy Fuller does a great job on this play, Jim, of coming back to the football. Patrick Nix took a hard shot as he threw the ball, and he's a little shaken up, and they're going to check on him as he comes to the sideline. But I tell you what, a great job by Auburn senior tight end Andy Fuller.
The pass from one senior to another put the Tigers up by 7. It was time for the defense to dig in.
To give the fake to Riddle, back to throw, and being sacked is the quarterback Kitchens by Andre Miller. Big loss on the play.
The next 3 series, it forced Bama out after 3 plays and a punt.
Men are split, and Kitchens is going to carry, and they've got him. Kitchens on the keeper, and they nail him right there at the line of scrimmage. He tried to run the option keeper, and Charles Dorsey, there's that man again.
The defense was doing the job. It was time for the offense to reap the rewards. With 3:43 left in the half, Auburn took over at its own 46, intent on adding additional points before halftime.
The pass, it is caught by Goodson, falling out of bounds along the near side at the Alabama 24. Tyrone Goodson for 22 yards. First down Auburn at the Bama 24. And Charlie, I believe all the time they have spent on the field is beginning to tax the Alabama defense.
The Tigers used up more than 2 minutes of the clock and positioned themselves for a 27-yard Matt Hawkins field goal.
Waiting is Northcutt for the snap. There it is, the spot. Kick away. High enough, long enough. It is good! Auburn 24, Alabama 14. 2:04 left in the first half.
The Crimson Tide would make one final drive in the first half.
Kitchens to throw. Fires. Pass is caught along this near sideline at the 45. And darting out of bounds at the 47-yard line is Todrick Malone.
But when it came down to crunch time, the defense held firm and forced a 35-yard field goal attempt.
We've seen Michael Proctor miss his 6th straight field goal, and Auburn takes a 10-point lead to the dressing room at halftime. The Auburn Tigers lead arch rival Alabama at Jordan-Hare Stadium 24-14.
Auburn maintained a surprising 10-point advantage at halftime. More importantly, keeping Alabama out of the end zone would turn out to have a huge impact on the final outcome. As the Tigers took the field for the second half, they were well aware of the ability of the Crimson Tide to come back. They knew this game was far from over. In the very first series, it was obvious that Bama had adjusted to what Auburn had done successfully in the first half. After stopping Auburn in 2 straight series, the Tide began a march to the Auburn goal line.
Kitchens to pass, fires. It is caught by Chad Key over on the far side, and he dances out of bounds at his 44. That'll be good for a Bama first down, a gain of 12.
Alabama quarterback Freddie Kitchens was making his own statement about leadership and coolness under pressure. Finally, at the Tiger 3-yard line, the Auburn defense courageously held its ground. The Crimson Tide would not get into the end zone.
Kick away, the kick is good by Proctor. So Proctor breaks a drought of 6 consecutive misses from field goals.
They settled for 3 and cut the lead to just a touchdown. More importantly, they had swung the momentum to the red and white side of the field. The Tide would get the ball back after they again forced the Tigers to go 3 and out.
Here's Freddie Kitchens, retreating, setting up to pass. He pump fakes, he's chased out of the pocket, gonna run. 40, 45, 50. Kitchens still on his feet at the 45 and all the way down to the Auburn 40-yard line. Freddie Kitchens on the keeper gets 25 yards, and it's first down Bama. Scott Stacy was the man who finally got him off his feet at the Auburn 40.
With the ball now in Auburn territory, Alabama was focused on the end zone.
From the 28, 2nd and 10. Kitchens sets up the throw. Out in the flat, it is caught by Todrick Malone. Inside the 15, down he goes at the Auburn 11. That's a first down.
2 plays later, Kitchens finished what he had started.
Full house backfield. Kitchens sneaks. Touchdown. We're about to be tied, folks.
At the end of the third quarter, the score read Auburn 24, Alabama 24. After 3 quarters of epic struggle, these 2 legendary foes were set to do battle in the 15-minute crucible known as the fourth quarter. It is here that legends are born. It is here where Bo went over the top, where Lawyer Tillman ran the end around, and where Patrick Nix found Frank Sanders. This is what it's all about. But on this night, it was Alabama that held the upper hand with 15 minutes to go. The Auburn defense was hanging on by its teeth.
Auburn showing blitz. Kitchens takes the ball, hands it off to Riddle, and they dump him. Loss on the play. Back at the 20-yard line by Jason Miska.
Senior Jason Miska's heroics killed the drive and held the tie to just a field goal. Although Alabama took the lead, the defensive stand seemed to give the Tigers a lift.
Kicking off is William Watson. This one will be returned. Baker, 5-10. Baker, 15-20. Looking for a seam. Baker, 25. Spins away. 30. Baker, 35. And he falls up to the 40-yard line. An exciting return by Robert Baker. And he's been the only thing exciting offensively for Auburn here in the second half.
Auburn would not go 3 and out this time.
There's the deep snap in the shotgun. Patrick steps up, fires long. Baker, he has it, 35. Baker, 30. Baker spins to the 25, 26-yard line. Cedric Samuel on the tackle, a 35-yard play. First down Auburn, deep in Bama land. And the Tigers beginning to show some life offensively.
The offense had finally solved Bama's defensive puzzle, and the Bowden magic was working again.
Out of the I formation, up the middle, Fred Beasley. He's got room, broke the tackle, 20, 15, 10, 5. He's gone! Touchdown, Auburn! Tigers back on top. A 22-yard sprint by fullback Frederick Beasley from Montgomery, Alabama. Auburn 30, Alabama 27, 10-18 to play.
That's what happens for Auburn when you've got a tailback that is the focal point of your offense like Stephen Davis. Patrick Nix comes out, makes the little fake as if he's going to pitch the ball on the toss sweep right to Stephen Davis, but then leaves it with his fullback, and then a nice cutback by Frederick Beasley, and nobody in the backfield defensively for Alabama.
With more than 10 minutes remaining, Auburn had regained the lead, but only by a 4-point margin. For the next 7 minutes, each side brought forth its best effort, but couldn't muster any kind of meaningful drive. With each series, Auburn's collection of freshman defenders grew a little stronger, a little wiser. Perhaps this night they would come of age.
4th and 3 for Kitchens, throwing pass, knocked down, incomplete. Intended for Malone, but he was separated from the ball by Martavius Houston and Tyrese Williams, and Auburn takes over. Oh, that could be a big, big play. It was a big, big play, but it could. We might look back after this is over and remember that 4th down play.
With 3:14 left, Alabama would begin its final offensive. The outcome was out of control of Auburn's offense. It would be up to the defense to shut the door. From the Auburn 22, Alabama would have 4 tries at the end zone.
Deep snap to him, gonna throw long in the end zone. Brown is there, got it. Was he out? Yes, out of bounds. He got it in the corner of the end zone, but he was running out of bounds when he caught it.
$85,000 fans collectively held their breath.
9 seconds to go. Here's the play. The deep snap. Kitchens back. Going to throw in the end zone. No! Incomplete! It's incomplete! It's incomplete! Yes! 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 Auburn, yes! 2 seconds left. This ball game is going to be over.
They had done it. Perhaps done the impossible. But they had stopped Alabama 4 straight times with the game, the season, on the line.
everybody is absolutely beside themselves as Auburn has defeated Alabama. Nick's taking the snap, dropping to a knee. See you later, Bama. 31-27, Auburn wins it. They came back when they had to, and Auburn gets out of here with another victory over the Crimson Tide. War Eagle, everybody!
The Auburn Tigers were the state champions. They have never lost to Alabama on the authentic home turf of Jordan-Hare Stadium. It was indeed a great night to be an Auburn Tiger.
Shut that door out there. Shut that door out there. Feel good. Hey, man.
They said we couldn't do it.
Man, that man, I don't know what to say. I mean, it takes all of us, don't it? Good job, baby. It don't take an offense. It don't take a defense. It takes all of us. It takes a team. It takes a team. And a team of people that won't quit. You know, that's the greatest thing. I've never been around a group of players at Auburn who ain't been in a game, and you win them. And I'm proud of you. That's one of the great ones, now I'm going to tell you. That's one of the great ones. Hey, defense. Hey, Wayne, where's Wayne? Yes, sir. Hey, you guys, if you let a freshman come in here and start next year, I'm going to kick your butt. No way. I don't want any more true freshmen start. You keep those guys on the bench for about 3 years, all right? Right here, let's win a championship with this group right here. Man, I'm so proud. See, you seniors, there's never been a group of seniors at Auburn that deserve it any more than y'all. Good man, baby. Yeah, any more than Nobody. Now, did Arkansas lose? Yeah. No. We might be. I don't know. Hey. Let's take some days off. Let's take some days off. Hey, and then let's go to the bowl and have some fun. Grace you give to each of us, bodies and minds, and the capacity to love, to care, and to work. And all glory receive, let it be in your name, in Christ's name. Amen. Amen.
The fans was behind us 100%. The seniors, we wanted this win so bad, and we just went out and played hard. And we executed our offense well, defense played good. You know, we just wanted this win so bad.
It couldn't be any sweeter. It couldn't be any sweeter. This to finish your last game, beating Alabama on top, and on top of that, to be going to a postseason bowl. So it couldn't be any sweeter than that.
I was just happy for our senior class. I mean, we've been through a lot. We just wanted to come out here our last home game against Alabama and win, because we knew that was the last time we were going to put on this blue uniform and play in Jordan-Hare.
I found my pop in the stands, and my mom and my wife and my brother, and you know, it's been a long road with all of us. Every one of us have been through a lot, and they've been right beside me through every bit of it. And them and Jesus have been right there through thick and thin. And and I'm just so thankful for them, and so thankful that the Lord has blessed me with such a family and a relationship with Him. And and that's where all the credit has to go. Without my family and without God, I would not be standing here today.
It takes all of us, don't it? Good job, it don't take an offense. It don't take a defense. It takes all of us. It takes a team and a team of people that won't quit. You know, that's the greatest thing. I've never been around a group of players at Auburn who ain't been in a game, and you win them, and I'm proud of you. That's one of the great ones, I'm going to tell you. That's one of the great ones. There's never been a group of seniors at Auburn that deserve it any more than y'all. Yeah, any more than Let's take some days off. Hey, and then let's go to the bowl and have some fun.
This is the Auburn Football Review with Coach Terry Bowden.
Touchdown.
Brought to you by your Alabama Coca-Cola bottler. Always Coca-Cola. Colonial Bank, your we can do bank. Great Southern Wood, makers of Osmos pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't say Osmos on the yellow tag, believe me, you don't want it. Golden Flake Snack Foods. Golden Flake, it's where you find the flavor. Alabama Power, the energy to make Alabama better. LDDS WorldCom, the official long-distance carrier of the Auburn Alumni Association. By Ziegler Meats, a tradition of great taste. Your Alabama Toyota dealer. I love what you do for me, Toyota. Price Oil Incorporated, a leader in petroleum retailing products and services. Price Oil on the prowl. Your Alabama John Deere dealer. Nothing runs like a deer. And by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama, the Caring Company.
And welcome to the Auburn Football Review. Yesterday, Auburn 31, Alabama 27. Coach Terry Bowden, I'm glad this is over because I thought your wife Cheryl might have that baby early the way things have been going the last 2 weeks.
I tell you, ESPN ought to pay Auburn. The games
right.
they've had of Auburn on TV have excited the nation, I think, and this one's sweeter than all the rest. And the Alabama game will always be sweeter than the rest, but only when you win.
Maybe the most exciting game setting of the year in the country.
Well, I think we have something at Auburn that is very special. We have what everybody in the country wants, is that's a bit of college football as it always used to be, and as we have the opportunity at Auburn to always keep it small town, college town, state that has no real other things to distract from college football. And I think the university and the city of Auburn present it as well as anybody could possibly do.
It was a great day. Now, we want to talk to seniors on this final program. We missed several. We missed Brian Northcutt. We missed Toby Anderson and Eric Rebels and Auburn's great kicker, Matt Hawkins. But we did get to talk to the rest of them, including Jason Miska. We finally got a word or two from Jason.
Jason? Yeah. Tell me how you feel.
Mixed emotions. Relieved that it's over, and I'm just happy that we won. I'm real glad for the team. A lot of players on this team deserve a victory like this.
Y'all had them all the way, didn't you?
Yeah, it was secure. We playing with the fans a little bit.
You know, we finally adjusted, and fourth, we scored when we had to, and defense held on when they had to.
Well, you guys have been fun to watch. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's been a lifelong dream, and last year I tried to fulfill it, and I didn't do it. And we came out, and we got a little flustered at first, but the offense came through, and we came through, and it was the greatest feeling of my life.
There's not a better way to go out as seniors. Victorious over Alabama.
I'd like to thank our fans too. They synergized us. We used that energy. They helped us all through the game.
Well, I am impressed with that synergized. I'm telling you, this is a senior. What's your major?
It was 5-5-1 my freshman year. Regroup. Coach Terry came out. Everybody wanted to play. We regrouped. Just listen to the man.
You've been fun to watch. Thanks for all the memories.
I'm glad. I'm very glad that I came here. The people here, they just made me feel good. And if I had a chance to play for somebody else, I wouldn't do it. I had to be Auburn people.
I tip my head off to Alabama and they fans and stuff, because they played us very tight and stuff. And I had to tip my head off to the fans, because without them and stuff, it couldn't have happened.
We did what we had to do to win, and against Alabama, that's all that matters.
years.
Did you find your pop in the stands?
Yeah, I found my pop in the stands, and my mom and my wife and my brother, and it's been a long road with all of us. Every one of us have been through a lot, and they've been right beside me through every bit of it, and them and Jesus have been right there through thick and thin, and I'm just so thankful for them, and so thankful that the Lord has blessed me with such a family and a relationship with Him.
We just had the greatest fans in the world. I mean, they just stuck behind us. I think that was the key of the game with the fan support. And like I said, we had the greatest fans. We went to the Pep Rally. I think they just really tuned this team up just to really see how great fans we have. And the Tiger Walk, it just got everybody pumped up. And I'm just excited. I'm just ready to go celebrate.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Line it up. All right, next group. Hustle. Okay, first group again.
With 33% more carbos than Gatorade, it's no wonder Terry Bowden drinks Powerade. Because, hey, coaches get thirsty too.
All right, next group.
Catch the Colonial spirit at your hometown Colonial Bank. The Colonial can-do spirit, it's our way of saying thanks. Strong enough to deliver, the perfect size to care. Hey, catch the Colonial spirit. The Colonial can-do spirit is everywhere. We can do Colonial Bank. We can do.
Price Oil Incorporated is on the prowl. As a petroleum distributor, look for Price Oil's family of authorized dealers under the Exxon, Texaco, and Conoco signs. The Price Oil team is also a leader in mini-mall retail store licensing, convenience store management, design and consulting, and company fleet fuel management through the Gas Card Total Fuel Management System. With Price Oil, you'll have a leader in petroleum retailing, products and services working for you.
That's why I'm proud to be a part of the Price Oil team.
Price Oil, on the prowl.
You know, here lately, Great Southern Wood's been running a lot of funny commercials to try to get people to think yellow when they're building outdoors. But seriously, when you buy lumber from Great Southern Wood, you know it's clean and straight and backed by a lifetime guarantee. How do you know? By looking for this yellow tag. It means you've bought the best. So when you're building outdoors, yellow is your color. Remember, if it doesn't say Osmos on the yellow tag, believe me, you don't want it. Yellow.
As we get into the game, the Tiger Walk first. It began around 2:30 in the afternoon, and look at the faces, Coach. These guys are ready to play.
Well, I mean, I don't know if the crowd was bigger, but it was the most intense or exciting Tiger Walk since I've been here. And so we got to be careful. It's getting almost a crowd. I really felt some small children had a problem there, but it's unbelievable. The players were even more inspired from that Tiger Walk, and of course the fans. It's hard to beat the entire Auburn family at Auburn when they're pumped up like that.
Emma moved the ball and then got you backed up on a punt after they were stopped finally, and now they have field position again.
Yeah, they were going to play a field position game to start with and got us backed up on their punt. We started out on one. We had to just run it and then punt down, but our defense held a couple of downs until we could get going offensively.
Here come the fakes reverse.
Big play, but there's the fumble. Big recovery by Larry Melton, stripped by Dale McGee. And boy, that just got things rolling. The first turnover of the game, and there weren't going to be many others following after that from Alabama, but that one was big.
Alabama has lived off turnovers this year, and they got none.
Yes, well, that's how you win a big game like that. There's a pass interference on Andy Fuller. We jump to the 4 wideouts.
Got an offsides here, but the play is still live.
A little different play we added on. That's really a shuffle pass for yardage-wise, but those were some big runs. We'd had a little bit. We had about 40 yards on that one play that was called passing yards. There's an ad-lib. The front side was covered. That's not a designated play right there. That's a quarterback and a senior tailback doing something on their own, and that's why you get that touchdown. We had some experience at the key positions.
Auburn was working hard for their scores, and Alabama was getting the big play on theirs early.
Boy, I tell you, I mean, Etowah is the big winner in this game. You're talking about Patrick Nix, Freddie Kitchens to Todrick Malone, all on the same screen. There's Robert Baker, one of the exciting players in college football, true freshman. on a big 3rd down and 6 that we made the first down there to keep the drive going.
Good protection.
Another true freshman there, Eric Lowe, who's probably just a smooth receiver. We lost 2 receivers the first half.
Call play here?
Yeah, calls. That was a quarterback draw. We gave them, we really put a lot of new things in for Alabama, and it took them a half to really get it under control.
Good surge by the line.
Good serve by the line, and Damien gets him another scoring touchdown. But we put a lot of new formations in plays, and before they could make their adjustments, we were able to score, I think, 24 points at halftime. And there's what speed, I'm telling you. That
their senior wideouts have really been great players for them.
They really are great players. They just caught us. They caught us inside and stretched the corner, and he had the great speed.
Second quarter now, Auburn driving.
And really, this is the one thing. If teams are going to score a lot on you, you cannot sit back. What a great little job there, Patrick to Eric Lowe again. And when they thought they had him boxed in, he keeps the drive going again. But when you're having a hard time stopping people at some point in the season or a game, this little mixture. Look at this great play, Patrick Nix again to another senior. Those big plays in the first half are what separated us in the total victory.
Defense holds them, but Auburn can't move. This is their second possession after the Auburn
Great
score.
Play there, tackle by Anthony Harris. Defensively, if you had to take away those 2 long touchdown plays, they play a perfect first half against Alabama. Perfect. Because
Auburn
they
can't move, but you back them up here inside the 5.
Again, Hawkins has been very, very good of kicking into the goal line. He has been one of the best I've ever seen at getting the ball down inside the 10. Which is a field position thing. Now they come out and have to run. Great job by the defense there to hold them.
You're going to get a field goal out of this field position too.
Well,
3rd and 4.
They had to be stopped here. Here's their little quarterback rollout that they like to do to run the football, but we read it. I'm pretty sure the coaches were able to recognize a formation there and put the defense in the right defense to make that play.
So you begin at the 46 of Alabama.
Nice play there. Tyrone Goodson getting open to the outside. Patrick just biding his time. They're one of the great rush teams, pass rushing teams, and got a few sacks, but when they didn't get to him, there's Stephen Wren breaking a tackle and getting it down close, wanting to get a touchdown. Touchdown boy could have just put you out there about 13 or 14 ahead. Couldn't get it. We got the field goal.
Go up by 10.
To go up by 10.
So it's been a great first half, 24-14. Take away the 2 long plays, and you would really be in good shape. But
if you'd have told me there were going to be 38 points scored in the first half, or we'd get 24 against Alabama in the first half, I'd say you're crazy. But it was an amazing game. But there's a lot more excitement to come.
You can bet on that. We'll be back with it.
I personally have been a member of Blue Cross and Blue Shield since 1947. Some of these companies in town that have insurance with other private concerns, they got 3 or 4 clerks that are filing claims all the time in the factory. I'm not in the medical business, I'm in the shirt business. Blue Cross and Blue Shield will file the claims for you, pay the claims for you. I need to run my plan every day. I don't need to be in a healthcare business. I need somebody to do that for me, and that's Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama.
Catch the colonial spirit at your hometown Colonial Bank. The colonial can-do spirit, it's our way of saying thanks. Strong enough to deliver, the perfect size to care. Hey, catch the colonial spirit, the colonial can-do spirit, it's everywhere. We can do Colonial Bank, we can do.
When you're an Auburn fan, every play's a big play. Every game's a big game. And every thirst is a big thirst. That's why there is Coca-Cola Classic in the new 1-liter genuine Coca-Cola bottle. It's the taste that satisfies the biggest thirst. Even thirst as big as college football.
You mean Auburn football.
Always Coca-Cola.
In comparisons of residential electric prices of power companies throughout the country, the prices Alabama Power charges are lower than they are in all these places. In fact, they're among the lowest in the nation. It's another nice thing about living in Alabama, isn't it? Alabama Power, the energy to make Alabama better.
Air transportation provided by Delta Airlines. Delta, you'll love the way we fly.
Well, as you might expect, we have several ways for you to remember Saturday's exciting victory over Alabama. First of all, the Auburn Network is at work as we speak on a special highlight video of the game featuring game action video, radio play-by-play highlights, exclusive behind-the-scenes video that you haven't seen. The tape is only $19.95. It will be available in the next week. Now, here's how you can order. 1-800-208-2112. The tape will also be available at selected Parisian stores around the state, as well as Hibbett Sporting Goods, J&M Bookstore, Anders Bookstore, the Auburn University Bookstore, and Tiger Rags in Auburn. Coach, I can't imagine a good Auburn fan doing without the video of that one.
I tell you, the all wins over Alabama are special, but that game, the players playing so hard down the wire, and then Alabama having to drive into our student section, just as Shug Jordan said, Jordan used to say in the old days, make them drive into the student section. A great win for all the Auburn people.
You bet. And in case you didn't get one after the game, here's the official game shirt from Master Graphics celebrating the 31-27 victory over Bama. It's available directly from the Auburn Network, as well as at J&M Bookstore and Anders Bookstore in Auburn. And finally, there are a few of these official game programs remaining in case you didn't get a copy, and you certainly want to keep one of these in your library to remember the great game, and it probably will make some great Christmas gifts for some of your friends. But hurry, the quantities are limited. Now here's how you can order all three: the video at $19.95, the shirt $15, the program at $4. That's the Auburn Network number. Someone was waiting to take your call at 1-800-208-2112. Back for the second half in just a minute.
When the weekend comes, I hope you'll be pulling for the Auburn Tigers. But there's another team to watch this season, the Golden Flake team. Their lineup includes thin and crispy and dip-style potato chips, tangy cheese curls, low-fat pretzels, and crunchy corn chips. Pick your favorite. You'll always get the light, fresh Golden Flake crunch. So bring home the Golden Flake team. It'll make everybody cheer. Golden Flake, the favorite chip of the SEC.
Want a hay or loader tractor with plenty of power but a small price tag? Then check out the new John Deere 5500 tractor. It delivers 73 horsepower, more than 23 GPM of hydraulic flow, full PTO power when operating a PTO implement at the proper speed, standard power steering and wet disc brakes, an optional cab, and much more. Plus, you'll love the price. See the new 73 horsepower 5500 tractor now.
Partners in integrity, linked by a heritage of quality you'll know by this prism, the hallmark of your official Rolex jeweler. See the most complete selection of the timepiece that sets a world standard of achievement. With a warranty and service backed by 8 decades of Rolex experience. So if you're looking for a Rolex watch, look for this hallmark at your official Rolex jeweler.
Rolex watches from Bromberg, Birmingham, and Montgomery.
Don't want to miss Tiger Talk this week. Your questions for Coach Brown, I'm sure there will be many, and it, of course, has been moved to Wednesday night because of Thanksgiving. So remember, Tiger Talk this week is Wednesday at 7 around the state. You mentioned Coach Jordan. One of his expressions was we had a sinking spell. I believe that's a pretty good description of the third quarter.
Well, third quarter, they did a great job, Alabama, in reacting to our changes. We did some things offensively that they were able to adjust and stop. Defensively, we put our defense on the field too long because we couldn't get a first down. And there was a spell there where you really, every Auburn person, including me, you began to get nervous as they came back and actually took the lead because of Alabama's ability to make adjustments and to control us in the third quarter.
They go in to score there. Now the score is tied. They had a field goal and the touchdown in the third quarter to tie.
There were a lot of 3 and outs. Phil, there was a lot of 3 and outs on offense, and the defense we couldn't get these off. Great tackle, Martavis Houston there. Jason Miska right there, come back and leading us to the big game. The seniors are going to lead you to the big game. there were 6 or 7 true freshmen playing at times during this ball game.
3rd and 7 coming.
Defense.
It looks like for all the world they're going to get another touchdown here, but the defense holds.
Jason makes the big play on 4th down.
Third down,
forces them to a field goal, which ultimately decides instead of a touchdown. And ultimately this was the difference in the ball game.
You're right.
As we go back and score, it ultimately the points there were the points we had to hold them to. You never know at what point in the ball game a play may determine the outcome. That play as well as all the fancy ones.
Was this a momentum swing here?
Oh yeah, we were nothing going, and all we needed was something good to happen, maybe a field position. And this kid, every time he touches the ball, I mean, sure, the Arkansas opening kickoff was disastrous to him, but look at the plays he makes with the confidence that he has. And now we come back and
here's a 3rd and 9. They won't get any bigger than this one.
Yeah, that's a Baker. That play was called 178 Baker. I drew it up in the dirt. I drew it up in the dirt Tuesday at practice, and Tommy remembered it during the game. I had forgotten about it, and he called it. And 178 Baker. And
Thank you, brother.
Yes, it worked out perfectly. And there's the. Oh, we've been running. The belly was a 2nd down play. We did not want to run it on 2nd down, but they were rushing the passer on 2nd down, and we ran that little belly play underneath the upfield rush. And Fred has the talent and speed to make it a score instead of just get a 1st down.
He's a great one. 31-27 now, and it's hold'em the rest of the game.
Well, momentum changed. Momentum was all Alabama in the 3rd quarter, and it just changed. Look there, Andre Miller in his fine senior year. He's had so much adversity, injury during his time here to come back, and boy, great job. Scrambles out Kitchens. I'm telling you, we don't want to face. We're going to be facing him a long time. He's
Charles Dorsey making his first
How about
start.
Charles Dorsey goes from scout team to all Auburn team. Yeah, and James Roscoe goes from going home to going down on the field because we didn't tell people, but on Tuesday Brumbaugh hurt his knee real bad in practice. Tried to get ready but couldn't. We didn't want to release it to anybody, so they would know we had almost nobody.
3rd and 4.
3rd and 4, and boy, that dadgum, Dorsey and those freshmen, I could list about 6 of them there. It's scary to mention.
Miska met him in a hole. 4th and 3 coming right here. Big play.
4th and 3. I mean, there's some big plays. Defense just really came through. Great job there. Tyrese Williams, who was a receiver, true freshman. Look at that. Martavis Houston, true freshman. Ryan Taylor.
Run the clock. 6:27 left in the game.
Boy, big play to get a 1st down. All we're trying to do is run that clock, and you're going to see a play that just crushed us. We're working on them so hard. Finally pop them. I mean, it goes all, but the game's over because we're going to put the ball down there tight and have a chance. We're going to ice this dadgum game on the 10-yard line, but they called holding. And you hate to see it that late in the game.
They drive now as the seconds tick away. That's the 1st down at the 22.
Is it a game of inches or what? They catch the ball beautifully, throw and catch play, but about a half a step out of bounds.
2nd down.
Last 3 plays, there's the dadgum short pass that very well defended underneath. There's the deep ball there that's thrown away, covered.
The noise is deafening into the student section.
There was no ability to do anything but just line up and chunk it, and it's over now. And again, that's the credit to those players, that young defense that we had, and the fans. And I mean, driving. I mean, I was serious when I said Suge Jordan. He used to say, and people told me about it, make them drive into the student section. The kids or the students, the noise will cause them to disarray.
And by getting the coin toss, you were able to set
work
up that
it out
situation.
in that way, and you want to do that. And so it's a great win. I mean, a great elation. I have appreciation I have for our seniors and for us to go out again beating Alabama at Jordan-Hare.
You look a little tired, Coach. We'll be back in just a minute.
How far do you have to travel for the authentic goodness of corn? Only as far as the nearest bag of Golden Flake. Golden Flake, it's where you find the flavor. What's the distance between you and the richest variety of cheese in the South? If you're lucky, you're sitting right next to it. Golden Flake, it's where you find the flavor.
Did you know that LDDS has a new name? It's LDDS WorldCom, the official long-distance carrier of Auburn University.
Now's the time to take advantage of the Alumni Savers Program and show your support for Auburn and still receive the lowest rates on long-distance service for your home or business. Call 1-800-350-AUAU today and we'll send you your exclusive Tiger card.
And remember, a portion of your monthly bill goes to Auburn University, so everybody wins with LDDS WorldCom. I've enjoyed the great taste of Ziegler meats since I was a boy. One of my fondest memories is of visiting my grandparents and waking up to the smell of Ziegler bacon and sausage. Those memories are special to me, and I want my children to remember the special times when our family gets together. We love cookouts and Ziegler hot dogs, and the holidays wouldn't be complete without a delicious Ziegler ham. Whether it's hot dogs, fresh luncheon meats, sausage and bacon, or a Ziegler ham, you can't beat the great taste of Ziegler. Ziegler, a tradition of great taste.
Now showing the 1996 Toyotas. They're our feature presentation. Always a favorite, Camry with big savings you don't want to miss.
Lease Camry and pay just $199 a month, loaded with options. Wow, $199 a month.
Nice options. Air, power windows, power locks, discounts the competition doesn't offer.
Buy or lease Camry and save up to $1,000 with option discounts and incentives.
Now showing the 1996 Toyota. Come and see what all the excitement's about. Your Toyota dealer is where you want to be.
Want to give you that telephone number one more time where you can order the Alabama game products that you want to keep and get for your friends at Christmas. The video, $19.95, the shirt's $15, and the program is $4 plus tax and postage and handling, and that's the number to call, the Auburn Network number, 1-800-208-2112. And another item to keep in mind, we're planning a big bowl special. Coach Bowden will join me on a live special from Auburn once the bowl date is determined, where we're going and who we're playing, and there will be publicity on the time. It will be on the Sports South Network over the Southeast. We'll have publicity on the date and time for that. That ought to be a hoot, Coach.
Well, it should be. Again, the key is to organize your time so that you prepare to win a ball game. Don't take this opportunity to go play and not play well, but also organized so you can have a good time. Our fans, we all have been through a lot the last few years. We all need to go to some bowl together. Every Auburn people, let's go together, and players and fans alike have a good time.
Now, you're going to consult the old man.
My dad, I tell you, I hate to say keep the old man, but he's got an NCAA record for consecutive bowl wins. He holds the NCAA record. I'm not going to try to invent a way to do it. I'm just going to go say, send me your itinerary. I'm going to copy that one because I think that must be a pretty good itinerary.
This will be a busy time in the next few weeks, I guess, for recruiting and all that.
December 1st, we could be on the road. We're already talking to some of the top players. We've had 3 national televised ESPN games, 1 2 out of 3. The last one went down to the wire. Nationally, now you start to hit on these people. ESPN covering us live.
We should mention also next week on game day, there's going to be a special feature.
I was wired the whole week on ESPN. They wired me from the flight back from the Georgia game. I was videoed and wired all week long, and ESPN's going to do a special on Auburn and on game day, game week preparations for this game, and thank goodness we won.
Next Saturday at 10:30. We've had fun this year. I hope you have, and we will see you on that special sometime in the month of December, so be sure and join us then. Thanks.
Coach Bowden's apparel provided by The Locker Room. This has been the Auburn Football Review, brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama, the Caring Company. Your Alabama John Deere dealer. Nothing runs like a deer. Price Oil Incorporated, a leader in petroleum retailing products and services. Price Oil on the prowl. Your Alabama Toyota dealer. I love what you do for me, Toyota. By Ziegler Meats, a tradition of great taste. LDDS WorldCom, the official long-distance carrier of the Auburn Alumni Association. Alabama Power, the energy to make Alabama better. Golden Flake Snack Foods. Golden Flake, it's where you find the flavor. Great Southern Wood, makers of Osmos pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't say Osmos on the yellow tag, believe me, you don't want it. Colonial Bank, your we can do bank. And by your Alabama Coca-Cola bottler. Always Coca-Cola.
Welcome to our little up-close and personal chat with Coach Terry Bowden. We didn't want to be too braggadocious on the show, Coach, but congratulations on 2 out of 3 against Alabama.
Well, that is big. I mean, I never had any idea that game. It's too much pressure, and I'm going to have to learn how to handle it a little better if I'm going to live here and live with this thing a long time. But we came through it and learned a lot this year, and won a big one over them. And
scored 31 points on the best defense in the conference now. That says something.
Again, whatever way we win, I'm just happy to win. I don't think you ever feel like you got somebody's number or you're better than somebody as far as some kind of intangible, but just the team effort to go out and win. If you just, any way you'll take it, because that one is just, no season here will ever be a special season without a win on the last game of the season.
It means so much. I'll tell you another thing that means so much too. The exposure that you had on ESPN down the stretch and those 2 big wins at the end of the year, the thing that's going to come up next week on the game day, that has to help.
That's
recruiting.
right. Well, that's what I say. The recruiting's the key. We have so many young people starting on defense. These guys are going to get older, but we have a national televised Arkansas game that the World Series ends, 5 minutes left in our game, and it's all Auburn those last 5 minutes. Georgia, Alabama, national TV, night games on ESPN. Everybody in the country walking right down the wire.
Sports people watch ESPN.
And then I took a chance this week. I had ESPN. They wanted to come in. They wired me coming back from the Georgia game, wired me all week long inside Auburn. They want a picture of big-time college football on a big-time game. They couldn't have picked a better one. So hopefully on next Saturday, on game day, when they show a special clip, it'll be about Auburn.
That allows you to walk into a recruit's home with some credibility, doesn't it?
Right. I mean, you're only allowed one official visit to a recruit. You can't go in every home. But we're going to be able to spend 10 minutes at ESPN. The sports stations are becoming so big. I guess it's like MTV to the kids. Everybody's a sports nut. We're going to be, every time we're on that thing, and I'm not trying to do these things for personal exposure. I'm not going anywhere. I'm doing it for Auburn. I think we're getting recruits when we go out there and put Auburn's name on national TV over and over again. It's bringing our program to the rest of the country, not just this Auburn, Alabama thing in our own state, because we know how big it is in our state. People in other states don't know. And so that's the plan. Whether it works or not, we'll see. But when you beat Alabama, you got a good chance of the plan working.
Take your vitamins, have fun at the bowl game, Coach.
All righty.
We'll see you next year.